children used to all come here together. Miri, Mo, their friends, for the seaberry jam, the scarecrows and the rides, and then the exodus happened. The smell of sea berries fills her nostrils, or is it a scent lingering in her memories? Mo remembers every one of these masks, the people who once wore them, the lingering memories of people, in one way or another, now gone. Her uncle always told stories about his big plans, how people would come from far-off lands. He spent all his fortune on his dream. All that's left is the rot in the jars. Mo never understood the appeal of bones to decorate a tourist attraction. It's authentic, her uncle would say, but he'd always dodged the question of whether the bones were from a whale or another large creature. Mo remembers the heat on her tongue and fingers as she snuck a taste of the steaming sweet-sour jam. For weeks after, she'd carry a little teaspoon so she wouldn't have to wash her hands. Mo remembers the first time she saw the farmer singing a song as he lit a candle by this tree. She didn't understand what he meant until later, that things are only gone when they are forgotten. Mo remembers excitedly showing everyone who would humor her the sounds and rhythms of the machine underneath the land. Her uncle always stayed the longest, watching her face light up the little dark holes inside. Mo's feet scrape at the rocks where they'd both sit at low tide, eating her sister's catch of the day, grilled on the fire and glazed with a tiny bit of the farmer's jam. The octopus was Mo's favorite, and Millie's too. This was once Mo's little spot, her quiet haven on Bewwa's shores, where Mo could be herself and analyze the giants and their things as much as she desired. Mo thinks of the day that she left Bewwa. It was bittersweet, like burnt jam, stuck to the pot. Mo used to keep little trinkets in this hole, until the day she reached a little too far. Her uncle always laughs as he retells the story of the proudest fish he caught, the Mo. The brothers may be old, but they are not immortal. And neither are you. What will be left of you when you're gone? Only dust and crumbling bones. What do you think will happen when you leave? Who will take your place? You are staying right here, on these forsaken rocks you call a home. A death sentence. That's what every plant brought down here will find. Things don't flower this deep underground. They wither. You can feel it yourself, can't you? Miri has been diligently growing crops ever since Mo could remember. No blight could take her down. She'd always start anew. There would be lines each month for the fresh harvest. Mo had always found small spots comforting. Young Mo would squeeze herself into little caves and find their hidden secrets. Few others are interested in such mundane mysteries. Which one are you? Paulo? Rudy? Maybe Juno? Miri named every chicken, but they all look the same to Mo. Fridolin will escape again, but he just needs his own space. Mo can sympathize with that. Miri prefers her tea dark and bitter to wake her in the early hours. Mo would much rather sleep in and stuff herself with the sugary walnut cookies. Mo remembers watching the stars streak across the sky, Miri's face lit by the moonlight, full of wonder, both wrapped up warm in their duvets, their shared silence saying everything they needed. Miri retrained herself to play the cello after the fungus ate her arm. Mo never found the right moment to say how impressed she was. Mo and Miri had a system for the beds, but now Miri always sleeps on the top bunk. Mo hated the rust bucket of a bath, but it was still preferable to cutting your feet on the rocky beach again. Before she left, the lightkeeper's wife loved to paint. Mo always admired her skill. Her things were left behind in haste, and he never touched them since. A steep slope awaits inside the cave. Its ground was a friendly acquaintance to many drunk patrons. A barbed nostalgia sharply tugs at Mo's heart. I forgot how much I missed the sky and stars. His wife wouldn't risk losing the boy to the blight, but he decided to remain this island's lightkeeper, unable to bear losing what purpose he thought he had. So they set sail without a father. A gentle vertigo crawls over Mo's body, the satisfying tingle of light danger, one of her favorite sensations. It was their little hideout for Mo and the lightkeeper's boy, secretly nibbling at the reserves, blaming it on the mice. A pungent, bitter, earthy scent, the little remaining proof of the cows that once roamed the islands. All the minutes you have squandered and misused for sentimental distractions. How will you make up for everything you have wasted? You are beyond these tools now, so primitive and human. You are the bearer of the Omni Switch. But deep down, you know and understand. You are far from worthy of it. Dead things in frames. A petty attempt at preserving beauty. How can you occupy yourself with that? With the lives depending on you? The deep waters around this island change color every season, teeming with life of the most curious creatures. Grandma was never interested in anything made by the giants. Lifeless metals and cold steel, she called it. She preferred spending time with the fungus, breeding colorful, voracious new strains. Moore had always looked up to her grandmother, devoting her hours to caring for the dead and the living alike, an enigmatic and stubborn woman who was far smarter than many assumed. They say your youth was taken from you. But think of the years of good you could have done if the Omni Switch had found you earlier. Stories and romanticisms. Tales of great heroes. You wish you were a hero, but all you have is martyrdom. What good is a dress to you? Who would even look at you? Amidst the dimmed lights of the machines, you would only dirty it. This boat floated back years ago, shredded to pieces. The feeble wood was no match for the edged steel. We never did find out who tried to leave with it. this boat was never finished, underfunded. When people still cared about wealth. This submarine never left the docks. The owner's son and wife had succumbed to the blight before they could even pack their bags, and the owner found no strength to move on in her heart.